venom. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'm a on them just like my keys drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential. It's consequential. Philosophies unidentical. I'm not India. My Siamese brother Benjamin.
It's week 5 of the 2022 season, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He was catching everything last week, had himself over 250 yards. It's the Commanders and the Titans, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Tennessee Titans and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be brought out by a player who was undrafted back in 2015 out of Old Dominion. Last season, his first as a starter. It's Taylor Heineke.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
They go play action. Now Heineke. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. But he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. They'll be led out by their 6'4" QB from the University of Tennessee. It's Joshua Dobbs.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On the move to his left. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And really, you can't have a better situation than this. First and goal at the 1. Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second down and goal. Heineke. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Roger McCreary, the man in the right spot to knock that away. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now Heineke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Again, it's Henry. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Heineke. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Able to connect with Dotson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Heineke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. But partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 25 carries, 111 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needed 11 yards to pick up the first. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Here we go, track.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Well, coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. Heineke on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Dobbs. And right side, Henry's got it. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. That's on multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. So here is Washington now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Here's Heineke. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second and 9 now from the 21. Now Dobbs. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. There'll be a gain of just a yard. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Dobbs to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure, and here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. On third down, Henry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We start over in London, Game 2 of this year's International Series, as it's the New York Giants as the visitors taking on Green Bay, where it was the Giants acting as the visitors who were able to come away with the victory. Daniel Jones, as sharp as you can be throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's head over to Highmark Stadium to check out what's happening with the Bills. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Devin Singletary with a touchdown run. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. In that game, all tied up with the visiting LA Chargers. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And the rushing numbers should tell the story of why they trail at the half. They're still in single digits in yardage as a team through 2 quarters of play. That's not good. Meanwhile, for Washington, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now. Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Henry again on second down. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive, so a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage a quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now too.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. On 1st and 10, Heineke. And he whips that one incomplete there. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Heineke's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. Throwing, Heineke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Dobbs. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken at the 46. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. A time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a real possibility. Long way to go in the season, but what he's done so far, spectacular.
It is, and you know what he's also hooked?
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance, according to Next Gen Stats. Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. From the 22, Dobbs. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw, Dobbs. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played? Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct? Correct. So, all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover. I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games, we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Heineke. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeffrey Simmons, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 3rd down, Heineke. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower. Slide for the PAT. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first. Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Let's go now.
2nd and 11 now. Dobbs is throwing. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking it about the 36. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 19 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And some room to roam now. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 60 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'd have to say that's a pretty darn good run right there. They had 7, 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only give up a 1st down and not a touchdown.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And the rookie Brian Robinson finished things off with a touchdown run.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps, to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. This is taken at the 15. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, to threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
So for Washington, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.
Soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I?